Greetings. Hey, it's Susie Q, working with Something Happened, going into the Akashic records, pulling some information from the records to assist me with the automatic reading piece. And the sum total is it's about automatic writing. So you could say something happened. When I'm really putting these pieces together, I don't really access what happened because it's already done, it's already gone, it's flat. It's like a flat tire. There's nothing else that we need to know about something happened. But then through the Akashic records, I'm able to access some other ways of looking at perspectives or understanding or deeper states of awareness or consciousness or blue or green. All right, so we got one piece we're going to do today. We're going to start right now. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Beyond sight, turn on your vision of how you relate to the frequencies that indwell in you. There are many worlds to ascertain your natural healing means of receptivity. That which bedazzles your curiosity surely will be the most delightful way to access the points of your central sun. Deep down and way below the earth of your knowing, there are minerals, gems, treasures of the ancients. And yes, this was us, you and I. Gather up the container of frequencies that represents as your unique thought to matter, to body, to manifest. Reservoirs on the surface of our understanding of this planet and deep within the caverns below, there too are reservoirs for the inner dwellers, you and I. To be in the inner caverns of brilliance beyond measure, the naturalness there is pure healing energies. In this deep place just under the surface, life envelops, teeming with plant and animal life that share some similar qualities on the surface life, the surface of the planet. As we breathe in to animate our bodies whole, in turn we breathe out that which has served us so magnificently. Awareness of this parallel world below demonstrates the active life force that indwells with all life here on this planetary scape. Inner Earth ecology mirrors and reflects the biosphere of the science of the breath. Reservoir caverns at the core are exemplifying the nature of breath of life. Here in the frequencies of the central sun, these reservoirs are in essence the in-breath, prana. In turn, the out-breath stores all known source energies and expresses out organically the powers of mana. Organization from the highest expressions of our own unique understandings cultivates and ignites new worlds of our own knowing. Think a thought, create. Think a breath, conjoin. Think a moment, connect. That which indwells within you, spirit, essence, God, particle, source, so many names we could go by, pure frequency in motion at the very thought of being here now. What now will you create? What part of you is ready to conjoin with a higher purpose? When is the right time for you to connect in with your highest expression of self and let the light shine on your brilliance? Frequencies about clearly are conspiring to support your deepest wishes of this your life. In sovereign means and dreamscapes of heaven on earth here and now, one small act of joy just might cascade into a whole new world to behold. I see you. Shine. All right, so this piece that we're working with is really about what we call the central sun. And I've had quite a few other experiences with the Akashic records with the inner earth. And there's been a lot of wins with that. And I could give a couple examples. So I did an Akashic reading with a person, I guess maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know what time is, right? But then I realized that she was kind of identified as some sort of indigenous person here in the States. And we just found that, when I was going through her records, all I got was one leaf. It was just one leaf, and I couldn't discern what it was, but it was the inner earth, and there was a lot of plant life, and there was plenty of light, the central sun, and there was a lot of other things engaging with that leaf. And then I just, after the Akashic records, I just said it's about a leaf. I don't know what the leaf is, but apparently what happened is that she learned that some of the indigenous people here in this area were kind of looking at her as that leaf. That was one of the symbology of her, with these other indigenous people that were identifying her as, I can't remember exactly what she was, but she was kind of a high level female energy in this lifetime. So sometimes we just get, sometimes the Akashic records are tricky. Maybe you don't get anything. And literally, I was kind of embarrassed. I was like, all I got was this leaf, and I could kind of see the leaf, and I could see that there were some ridges on it on the outside. And I just started, like, I don't know, it's just about a leaf. Do you know what the leaf is? And then I kind of described what the leaf looked like, and she said that was that symbol that was for her, and that was it. And that was it. And then we did okay. Also, with other things, what we call the central sun or the inner earth energies, is that some of my Akashic records have gone into what we call the inner earth and moving into what we call a river of copper river. And this was one of my own personal Akashic records, and I was in a kind of a wooden boat going down just in this copper. It was like copper. It was all copper, but it was liquid. It was liquefied copper. And then there were children. So we were moving children into different places. And I'm not really sure what happened after that, but that's kind of what I was noticing with the copper river, copper river or river of copper. I don't even know what I would say, but that was really a spectacular time to kind of reconcile with some of these engagements. And maybe that copper is something that may be helping us. And even with that woman that was identified, that one leaf was all that she needed to get a reconciliation or more understanding about what she was like in another lifetime. So a lot of these things come from other lives, parallel lives, past, present, future, concurrent running timelines, as above, so below, and anything else. So I really enjoy looking at some of these written pieces. I really have this beautiful sense of love of self when I'm looking at some of these Akashic records, looking at the automatic writing, and just knowing that there's a part of me that is here as Susie, the form of Susie, right? And then we find that there's more to the story, way more to the story. And the more that we kind of lean into, just like I'm leaning in, right? And then I just start noticing that with all of these stories and the Akashic records and all the work that I do the quantum healing hypnosis technique. I'm a level 2 practitioner here in sunny Scottsdale. So all of these things are just kind of like waking me up. I kind of feel like I was already, totally awake. But the more that I do this work, the more that I read some of these written pieces that were part of my records, I love sharing it. And I think everybody has the capacity to have a deeper understanding about what are the Akashic records, how can it help me, what will it do for me, and what else do I need to know? And so you start maybe asking a question, what is best for me now? So I could just say it right now, what is best for me now? And what would be best for me now is to be engaged with sharing some of this material, engaging with having a practice, So I do quite a few videos, and I've also have a bunch of podcast material as well. But all of these things are helping us. Let's just say it was from a past life or a future life or concurrent running timeline or anything else, is that we get guidance from that. So when we're looking at the Akashic records, working with automatic writing, we're looking at not only the lessons in these different lives, or we're also working with the divine purpose. All of this is helping each one one of us to have more understanding about our soul's expression. How much can we love ourselves, and how much can we love others, and how much we can really approach a different way of looking at life. I absolutely love this material because it's so like it's so organic. It just feels like it's a natural place. And even when we look at the inner earth, the central sun within the earth, is we just know that there's so much more to the story. And a lot of people just like, it's just a rock. It's like a rock hurling through space, and we're just, going along with all the other planets and the sun we're following. But there's more to the story. The more that we go deeper, and some people don't need to go deeper. I happen to go deeper because I just get these impressions. I get a still small voice, or I get impressions through lucidity and dream state. All these things are showing up, and I love sharing. It's so super fun. So I think that's it for now. We'll see you soon, and namaste.